Alright, so we're going to start with the first thing, and by tradition, any programmer getting started will do. It is called a hello world print. So, the goal of this one will be to display the words hello world to the screen. And this is how we'll do that. There are a few things we need to quickly cover. The first thing is functions. Functions is a process or a instruction inside a Python library that has been pre-programmed for you. You do not need to worry about how it works, only that it does work and what it does, what it gives out. So the function we'll be using today will be print. Print is very special. Print is a function that will put anything in between the brackets onto the screen. Now these brackets, these two round brackets here, by convention means a function, especially when you follow it with a word in front of it. If you don't have a word in front of it, it means just like a math equation, do these things first. But if there's a word in front of it, what happens is these round brackets become the inputs for a function. It says this word print is a function, and if there's anything in between the brackets, those are the inputs for the function. So what I'm going to put into there is speech marks. You do notice that I have two speech marks, or two sets of speech marks there. The reason why is because if you open a speech mark, you must close the speech mark. Python does not know when the sentence ends. It doesn't understand words, it doesn't understand sentences, it doesn't know how to parse anything. All it does is follows very simple instructions. So you need to tell it where it starts, and you tell it where it ends. For my own personal coding style, I like to start off with a beginning and ending quotes, or brackets, or braces, or whichever things that require both the beginning and end first, and then fill it out in the middle. So once I do that, I do hello world. You'll notice if you look closely that the print is blue. The print is blue, and the hello world is green. There's a reason for this. Print is a specialized function, which means Python has made this function in its systems, and you are not allowed to make a new function called print. That's all it means. If you do, Python will forget the old print and make the new print your new function, which means it can mess up with your code. If you ever see a word turning blue, please do not use it. In fact, if you see a word turning yellow, or I believe the other color is purple. If you see any of those three colors, do not use those words as a function. Do not use those words as a variable, and we'll see what those are later. So this is hello world. The speech marks here, and I'm just going to visualize execution. To go forward, I just hit this button here, and I see hello world as my program output. You'll see there's absolutely nothing in my frames and objects. That's because there's nothing being stored. So the Python does not need to remember anything in its memory banks. Now, you'll notice that when I put in hello world between these brackets, I had speech marks here. But when we came out to the program output, there were no speech marks. There is a very simple reason for this. The speech marks in Python just means, and in many languages, just means, hey, anything between these speech marks, literally take them as words. Those are actual words that we humans understand. I know Python, you will not get it, but humans, trust me Python, humans will get it. And so what Python does is, okay, I'll follow those instructions. In between those speech marks, I'm going to type exactly what I see onto the screen, and this is what happens. And this is your first program. Alright, please give that a try.